What's going on, guys? It's LadyB. Stay tuned for the closest matchup you have ever seen. 1% keeping away from the win in what could have been the double perfect war. Stay tuned. Can you imagine 1%, one building keeping you away from the victory in a potentially double perfect war? Just 1%. When time is on your side, you clearly have the edge up. And it's that one building that does you in. Well, you don't have to imagine it. You can watch it here right now. We had the 187 Cup come through. And I am telling you, this is the closest war I have yet to see. Absolute hype. This could be a World Championship Finals that would keep you on the edge of your seat. So we had ATN going up against PENTA. ATN are World Championships for 2020 going up against PENTA, who you might remember from the World Championship qualifiers, who not only played on the PENTA name, but also played with 11 Original. We had some of those players coming through. So these are seasoned veterans, and it shows. By this war, it absolutely shows. So stay tuned, take a look. But first, let's talk about what we've got floating down around here. If you're looking for some amazing bases, some free base links, maybe want to try it out before you purchase any bases, check out my Discord server. Links in the description below. We've got free weekly drops courtesy of Blueprint Base Building with some of the best base builders around, including some of my guys from ATN. Make sure to head into my Discord server if you want those free bases. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up on this video to help the algorithm grow, help my channel grow. Much appreciated, because that's really what gets these videos seen, is those thumbs up, is the comments that you produce, and sharing the love. And if you want to watch these wars live, if you want to be there during the incredible action when it goes down, check in the description below. Head over to my Twitch, follow, turn on the notifications so you know when I go live, and you can be in the midst of these amazing wars. You can cheer on your favorite clans, and you can be there with some of the best players around. Yo-Yo was in the chat just after he came out of his hit. You can be there rooting him on, giving him some support. So make sure you head over to my Twitch channel and follow so you can watch these incredible wars when they go live. But if you missed it or you want to take a look again, you need to go no further. I've got it right here for you. Stay tuned for ATN versus PENTA, again in the closest match I've ever seen. We've got LadyB to kick this off. Our resident hybrid attacker opting to go with the Lalo this time around. So we've got the blimp sailing through into the Eagle Chamber, the Yetis, to help pick this off, set up the pathing, set up the funnel to move this queen charge along. Yordi, thank you so much for the follow. So we do a nice clear out of this chamber, holding off, reserving these healers just a little bit till the queen's setting in place. We've got the headhunter to come down. This helps keep a lot of focus off of the queen, keep her alive without having to force a rage. So really nice timing on that. And it also speeds through a lot quicker. When time can be a big determining factor in these raids lately, it's good to do these small little drops that give you a little bit more time coming through. So we have some partial lure coming in, queens coming up to bat, stepping up to the plate, and we've limited a lot of damage coming in on her as she approaches this scatter shot here. The rest of the pull coming out little by little, poisoned down perfectly, coming down across on the super minions, including the freeze. Really nice, because it not only got the super minions in it, it got the headhunters in there. Queen will definitely live to see through holding on to this ability, and that is critical. With the king drop from that 6 o'clock side of the base, he keeps the queen trained, focused right into the core, where we're going to see what we would potentially have is a lot of traps. So we want to clear this out. This is the damage zone that you have to heavily worry about. Royal Champ coming in to provide some extra support, taking on that multi-targeting Inferno, works her way through, gets a lot of value with that king, tanking as she goes. Queen finally sets in place. The multi will go down, and she still has her ability. This is enough to take on the Air Sweeper, take on the Royal Champ, if the Royal Champ doesn't stray too far. Hound doing some good work to tank. We get the loons in. Warden ability coming off. It'll spare the loons as they work through the town hall here because there is still more defenses to be had. Beautiful timing on that queen ability. She does manage to take down the defending RC. The air sweeper wasn't too much of a worry, but always nice when you can pull it down, get out some of that resistance. With this, we've got a sweeping 3-star, plenty of time on the board to finish the job. Tons of loons, tons of power left over. I mean, he's finishing with just about as many loons as he started with. The only thing this raid is missing is that king and queen, and he could go and start an entire new attack. LadyB absolutely hammering it. GG. So we've got Epi starting off for Penta. He's the one looking to draw first, well, not first blood, but first blood for his team. But he's got to respond to the 3-star that's just been dropped by LadyB. When you're in this predicament, when you're in that situation that you know the pressure's on, one can easily crumble. So he starts off with the Zapquake to help navigate and funnel the path here with the Royal Champion to get a little extra value out of this so he can have some extra rages moving along. Not too many zaps, just enough to give what these dragons need to power their way through. Nice opener, head on straight to the town hall. Now we do have the blimp as additional support to work its way and come in, but with the dragons coming along early on from this front side, I'm curious to see if the blimp will be sailed through either from this, the 9 or 12 o'clock side to take on one of those chambers. We've got the queen. Oh, no. He switches it up. We switch over to a siege barracks. Look at this. Switch over to a siege barracks to get a little bit more funnel power out of this. And drops it from the 12 o'clock side. Dragons have a nice path, though we do need to see them get in there, take down this scatter shot. Queen hanging on to the ability. You're going to want to hold on to this as long as you possibly can, especially as you come through with the Eagle and a back-end single targeting Inferno. But this is where we typically have the Royal Champ to help cover through N4, but she was used earlier on, so you want to hold on to the Queen ability here. Dragons fizzling out. Unfortunately, that scatter shot did some dirty damage. We do have the freeze to help hold off for this back end single. It's really up to the queen, but she's got no healers here. She needs cover. We've got the king. We've got the warden. We've even got the peck on the outside edge. Loons coming through. Look at this. Was that loons coming out of the siege barracks to help pick off some of the remaining defenses? This clears quite a nice path for the queen. Though we do have to see her beat through the walls ever so slightly. The freeze helps hold off. We get the dragon coming in. We got the loon in. And that is going to seal the deal to take down this single targeting Inferno. Queen's got it under control now at this point. With this ability, there is enough for her if the dragon and loon should fail, if the king cannot get it done, that she can power her way through and get this done in time. But it's actually not going to make a difference because the loons, the dragon, the king, the wizards, all on the outside edge of the base, they've got it. Queen, forget it. You can stay right there. Little swag there on the AQ ability in the end, and Epi throws down a 3-star for Penta. We are going star for star here. If ATN go through, we'll see who they're going to match up against. If Penta go through, we'll see who they're going to match up against. But yeah, I will be continuing on for the semifinals and through to the finals. So boom. Ooh, coming in with more Lalo action. This is the ATN I like to see. Blimp sails across. Nice. Long push in towards the Inferno. Gets the Eagle down. Easy peasy. Gets the Inferno down. Come on. You got this. Come on, multi. There we go. It does go down. Nice clear path inside this core. And we are going to see. I remember this base, actually. I do remember this base from yesterday. And I believe it held a strong defense. We saw dragons go up against it, and that was not the answer. So boom, picking up some good solid value just at that north side, the 12 o'clock side of the base. We connect what we've already done here with the blizzard in through to take on the scatter shot. When you're doing these Lalos, you have to think about what the key defenses are that could really hurt your raid. And these scatter shots are the one. Scatter shots could absolutely wreck any good Lalo plan. Doesn't mean that you have to get them all down. Doesn't mean that you need to get any of them down. But when you can pick up this value, it is ideal. Heroes work their way in. We've got the clan castle lure. King dies out. Queen has no more cover to come through, but taking on the defending queen, getting out this hound, and shaping up a nice easy push will help this quite a bit. Now, he's not so worried about the scatters here because he can send in a couple of loons to sneak in right to that dead zone. Freezes it up just to give a little steam there. And you can see they should hopefully get in, able to take it out before taking on too much damage from the secondary. Yes, they get knocked down, but it's just enough with the haste, the sweep in, and right in that safe zone to get it taken down. Warden ability used early for the town hall, which is why we couldn't risk about sacrificing for the scatter shots here. But Boom's got a nice path set. The only thing we have to worry is that there's no more freeze left over. The haste gets those loons out of the way. We've got the warden who's actually been tanking for these loons. The queen is still alive here. Loons trying to sneak in quickly. A couple of traps pop up, but not before those loons can take down the scatter shot. Let's just hope the king isn't the only thing here to defend, because we got 30 seconds left. A long, slow push to get to this archer tower. They will be here to take care of the cleanup, but it's that storage. It's a bit of a worry. Queen does get the king down quick. She's coming through. She's looking to help this move along. Minions, pups, all coming up to bat to take on what remains here. And with 9 seconds left, the final structure goes down. Boom handles that like an absolute champ. That blimp value, you can see here all the way through full circle where that value comes into play as Boom finishes off right where he started. So Muffin coming in. Let's see what he's got up his sleeves. Ooh, Inferno Drags. So we've got the Zapquake to start off. Snipes out the air sweeper so he can get this easy blimp push in to the town hall. Celio Clash, thank you for the follow. Blimp right in there to take it on. Sneaky goblins get it taken down fast. Opens up a good path with these Inferno Drags. We have seen them from time to time used on a pretty wide spread, but they often do much better when you can narrow it out as much as you possibly can. Now we take down the town hall, so we don't have to worry about the warden ability here. We can come in, use it very, very early as they work their way in through past the clan castle troops, the scatter shot. We've got a lot of damage working along. I love the use of the king. Look at this. Gets right into that open compartment. The skellies to distract so the king can try and take it down quickly. The queen's going to be able to survive so much longer because of the distraction here. Inferno Drags on a nice straight path down and around. Now that we have from early on the town hall taken down, we have yet to drop the royal champion, and this base is absolutely decimated. Now let's take a quick look on this focus here. We have a multi-targeting Inferno. That is a huge worry for Inferno Drags if there are too many on the board. 1, not too big of a deal. 2, if you can find a way to take out most of them. And he takes this down with the king, with the queen, keeps the Inferno Drags on the opposite side, working along to take out down some of those huge threats here. Inferno Drags sweeping through, tons of life left over. The royal champ still hanging on to this ability. Finally forces that Seeking Shield just to get through some of the last remaining defenses, but the Inferno Drags would have completely had it under control. This does finish up as a 3-star. I told you earlier, Penta is hungry for the win on this one, and they are looking to get it done any way they can, including bringing in these Inferno Drags. Give a good GG in the chat for Muffin for this 3-star. Too many triples here? Oh, come on. There's never too many triples. It is the Vala P, our MVP of 2020 in the World Championships. Vala rocking up with more Lalo action. This is back-to-back Lalo hits coming through from ATN. Now, we do have the Zapquake to come in and get this done. Now, we see that the heroes have been set off and in place because he wants to save some time here. A nice thing to do is when you can get it going, work your heroes through. Same with any Warden walk, Queen walk. get that easy value if you know it's easy pickings, and then drop in your Zap Quake so you don't waste any time. Nice use of the Royal Champ and the invisibility spell. Works her way, cuts across, and picks up a huge chunk of the space. So just about completely down. The only thing now we have to worry about is this Headhunter that is still alive. He brings in the Stone Slammer, likely carrying a dragon inside to help take this on. Gets a poison down because it keeps the focus of the Headhunter slightly distracted long enough before it can make its way to the Warden and keeps it in that poison spell. Gets that knocked down very quickly so the Warden won't be a concern at all. A couple of extra loons sneak in just to get in line with the scatter shot as the loons path their way through to the town hall. Warden sneaking up there with the loons, hanging on to the ability to get a nice safe passage, not only through this town hall, but this is a good position because look at the value we get out of this. The Warden ability in this place keeps the loons safe through past the defending RC and the defending Queen. We've got the Headhunters in there as well to quickly pick off the Queen. Now, no, the RC does not go down. She stands, but we do have a half health dragon to work its way across and try and take her down. Problem here, we might see, is this hound popping? We do have a bunch of hounds, a bunch of minions to try and pick those off one by one. We do have the dragon to work through. We've got 49 seconds left. One storage to worry about. This is good cleanup down and around. Smart holding on to one loon to help as well, because that ensures that there are no issues with time. And I got to say, the fact that he started this off with the hero dive rather than going for the Zap Quake is also one of those reasons that this did have no issues for a time fail whatsoever. Vala coming in and showing exactly why he is the MVP. He saved that very, very nicely. We'll take a look at the replays in between. We'll take a look at that. We'll see how sloppy it was. Yeah, the RC trick, absolutely lovely. And gets a little bit more value because he brought in that invisibility spell. We're seeing such nice stuff between the Zap Quakes, the Royal Champ, and the invisibility lately. So we've got GK Tim coming through with the first super dirty attack we get to see other than the Inferno Drag. Coming in with a super P.E.K.K.A. smash. Now this has been dominating in Town Hall 13 as of late. We thought with some of the changes that came through during the last buff nerf update that we had, that we would see Super Wizards be a thing of the past, but that's not the case. We see it with a ton of value, particularly with the P.E.K.K.As. Now, the one thing in this style attack that you want to ensure is that you hang on to the Queen ability as long as possible, which is very common for the Smash style attacks. We get the Zap Quake down early on, navigating what the Warden needs to continue a push and a path, more importantly, for the entire P.E.K.K.A. Smash push. Patiently moving along. As he works that storage down, we get the first layer wall break in. Now we've got two more super wall breaks and only one jump. That one jump will help connect through the court into the back end of the base where we've got some nice open paths, which is going to help with the cleanup. If you can eliminate as much resistance as possible on the back end, it will help you in time. FBYN, thank you for the follow. So King set down on the outside of the base, and we've yet to set the siege barracks. We'll see that likely coming around the 9 o'clock side, giving extra power, extra push, leading down and around, and forcing this main smash coming in towards a town hall. Jump is set and in place. Easy peasy moving along. A slightly delayed Warden ability helps power everything through. Because it was an early takedown of the Eagle, it allows this Warden ability to be used a little bit later. Queen's hung onto her ability. I'm going to say it at this point. This is going to be wrecked. We've got a minute 22 on the clock. We've got the King ability. We've got the Queen ability. And we've got the Royal Champ ability. And we have still not seen the actual Clan Castle troops come out. Is it going to be Valks? Is it going to be... I would assume Valks. We see Valks come out a lot with this, but they're so slow moving to come through. Here come the Valks to help with the cleanup. I don't even know if they're going to get there in time. Oh, snap. Whoa, 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 whoa. I might have spoken too soon because that Queen went down very, very fast. We've got a lot of cover, but again, we still have the RC ability. We've got the multi in here. Giant jumping in to take it on. He's not going to be able to get it down. But 2 multis on the back end? This is no worries. What GK Tim is doing, that's very smart here, is waiting for some tank. He does not want the Royal Champ to have to come into contact with the defending king and the defending Royal Champion. He wants a little bit of power. Uses the opportunity of that giant to tank to come through. He knows that the king, the P.E.K.K.A.s, the wizards have it under control and cleanup. Takes on the Royal Champ, helps keep some distraction away, but the defending RC managed to survive. Snipes off a good chunk of the troops. 9 seconds left to go. Oh, the Warden Tower does it in. The P.E.K.K.A.s go down. And it's a 99%. The one defense to come through at this point. It has been triple after triple. Oh my goodness. And it gives a narrow lead to ATN. 1%. You just spam the Lady Jinxes in the chat. I said it was fine. I said it was fine. It was almost fine until I said it. Let's see. It was fine, Hop. No, it was fine. Okay, Yo-Yo. Rocking up with the Zap Quake. Royal Champ. We use the invisibility spell to keep the RC's focus trained in one small section. Very, very nice. Was that a well-played Jinx? Was it? So we keep this very centralized, very focused here to move in. King and Queen to help take on the scatter shot. And we're lining up for a pretty straightforward, straight line push coming in. How much can we get out of this king, though, to tank? Will we get the queen clearing up a good chunk of the base? Ideally, we want to see a sweeper go down. Want to get out some of these clan castle troops. A hound looking like it should be likely to pop its way out. Queen, unfortunately, gets a little bit swarmed here. Hangs on to the ability and works her way through. Now, this ensures that she doesn't come into too much tangles. Oh, if there was a hound. But we've got the super minion. Queen helps hold it off. The poison keeps them at bay. We've got one more poison. One more poison to get this done. Early blimp will take down the town hall and leave what needs to be seen for the warden ability to come through. We've got the core of the base that we have to worry about. It's got a multi. It's got all the traps in there. Blimp gets the job done. Super minions are down. Nice way to hang on to this. Really good to have that extra poison in play. Warden coming into the haste. The loons sweeping their way across. Raging up as they get into the core. This is where the warden ability comes in nicely. We do have the skelly traps. Ideally, we want to see a couple of minions, pups coming in to help take them on. But the loons have a nice spread so far, hanging on to 2 more loons just for any cleanup or back-end defenses to worry about. It can help with the cleanup, especially because we've got these storages here. 38 seconds left to go. Gets those loons in because he knows that's the biggest concern. As the main pack that was working through converge at the top, he needs to ensure that they don't have to struggle with time to get back down, though he did get a nice split working along. Oh, this was, I want to say, I was a little worried. I was trying not to hype it up too much, but at the end, his godly Lalo plan, his godly skills, give him the ability to swag that freeze. Beautiful, beautiful job. A 4 for 4. What's going on, Yo-Yo? Yo-Yo happy. He's got the thumbs up, the boom thumbs up in the chat. How are you doing? You got to feel pretty good after that. Westman, if you're listening in chat, could you give Yo-Yo a VIP badge, please? Because I keep forgetting to do it with the guys. Okay, Lewis. It's up to you to try and see if you can find some sort of opening. Lewis needs to pick up the 3-star here to see if the final attacks coming in will result in an opportunity, a door opening for Penta to try and turn this one around. But it would require a defense. and it would require like a 98% defense. So we've got the Zapquake lining up the path straight through towards the town hall. Head in. Nice bookend funnel. We've got one drag to do some work on the outside of the base. We've got the queen and king lining up, and we'll have the stone slammer to cut from the opposite side coming in more towards that multi-targeting inferno and scatter shot. I like the position of this. King needs to work his way along, get through. And ideally, you want to see a little bit of tank, just a tiny bit of tank for the scatter shot there. A bit unfortunate that super wall breaker not giving the queen access. Question is, are we going to see her work her way in? Come on, queen. That wizard needs to hustle. Hustle! That's not going to happen. So the queen doesn't go in to take on the scatter shot. Is it the end of the world? No, not completely. King's still here to tank. He's going to push his way through that wall. So the dragons actually don't suffer regardless. It should be an easy cleanup on that side. We do have a stone slammer coming in. Dragon that started from the top side of the base, helping to carry through with the cleanup. Tons of time left over. Royal Champ snipes out that last remaining scatter. So much firepower left over with these dragons, and the stone slammer didn't even need to open, but he just wants to get this done. With time being a factor, time always being something that you think about if anything were to tie up, I think it's a smart move here. Lewis coming in, throwing down the 3-star. So what Penta hopes to see at this point now is a defense. A 98% is enough as long as Zakaya were to pick up the 3-star. Ast has the opportunity here to secure the win. A 3-star secures the win. You can't even say a safe 2-star because the 99% that GK Tim came in with, it kind of puts Ast in a really tough position, not knowing what Zakaya is going to come through with, not knowing how their final base is going to hold. So Ast with more Lalo through and through. I am loving seeing this. This has been constant Lalo from ATN. Royal Champ in that invisibility spell gives her just a little extra life to try and finish up some of this chamber. Yes, we have the wizard tower to worry about there. Let's see where we're shaping it up. With the king, the queen taking on the town hall. I'm curious to see if he's going to start his Lalo from the 12 o'clock side so he can take down the eagle early on. Early on. Ice Golem with some nice tank value. In a good position to freeze up that town hall. Queen's Force the ability. Enough power to try and finish off this hound, though the Yeti pulls it. Queen, unfortunately, taking on, that ground bow. Taking on a little too much heat. In there with the poison. Enough to get those pups down. Nice and clean. So we come in from the scatter shot section. We will have the eagle firing away. Little by little. We're at the minute 30 mark. This is about where you want to be for your Lalos, unless you're Mark. And you want to do it in 49 seconds or less. Easy sweep through. Warden ability off early. Early. And this is for the pack of loons that he's following through that are going to wrap around the core of the base. Stone Slammer's in a great position here to work through, take on that multi-chamber. Oh, but they get there in the core. After the ability went off. Doesn't matter because he's right here converging together for the eagle. Stone Slammer still doing the tank work. And like a true pro, we've got Ast holding on to one loon for possible cleanup position if need be. Now, a good spot would probably be somewhere down around the king because we do worry that he's going to pull distraction here. The eagle did not go down. Eagle did not go down. Come on now. Finally goes down, but it's trying to pick off what he has remaining. That loon not needed to come in, take on the king. The minions and pups have it done. And with that, Ast pulls in, I can say it now, the perfect war. 15 stars on the board for ATN going up against Penta. Some phenomenal work here. Let's see what Zakaya has in store. A real G would have quit at 99 for the drama? No. They knew they didn't have the time to do it. And they still have Zakaya for Penta. Don't underestimate Zakaya. I have seen some lovely attacks coming through from him, including from the World Championships. So we come in with the Yeti Blimp Hybrid. This Yeti Blimp to help shape up the path, a safe path for the Queen. Give her a little extra value in this charge through and through. Takes on the scatter shot. We've got the Queen pathing down and around. Yeti keeping her funneled in. Want to see this focus now moving into the single targeting chamber. Straight inside the space, into the multi where she can pick off the eagle. It's a good position, and then we can see the hybrid coming along for the town hall here. 3 super wall breakers to try and ensure that the Queen gets the full push to get inside this base, deep inside the core of the base, and keep the hybrid pathing along from the town hall side. 1 more wall break to go to get her into that juicy core. We've got the Clan Castle troops that need to come out first, but once that Queen gets in there, she takes on the multi, she takes on the eagle. Huge value out of this. The Warden ability, which will be used early for the town hall, gets everything safely through, but the 2 heals that we have left then with what the Queen will do will be able to be used coming into the scattershot chamber and sparing 1 coming out of it into the back end single targeting inferno bomb tower chamber, so everything is healthy for that wizard tower on the back side. A lot of damage coming down. Curious to see if we're going to see some early heals and not saving 1 for the back end. The Queen's taken some time to get into the center of the base. So yes, we have to drop an early heal here to ensure that the hybrid can work through. Gets the freeze down for the scatter shot. Queen finally making her way to the eagle. But we're going to want to see this heal coming down, keeping everything safely past the impact of that scatter shot of the wizard tower coming through into the bomb chamber. Looking good so far. We still have the Queen ability and we still have the Royal Champion ability. This is going to help burn through, get past the single targeting inferno. We want the Royal Champ to be able to be healthy enough to survive so she can pick off the wizard tower and keep the hybrid safe. We need them there for cleanup. Queen beating through the wall. She's got through the ability. Zakaya knows he's got a 3-star pretty much close to secure here with what he's got left over. 1 more wizard to help with the cleanup, but he's being patient. He knows he's got the archer tower. He knows he's got the Tesla. He can't just drop it willy-nilly. He's got to wait for something to come through. He helps keep the Royal Champ, keep everything else moving along. Royal Champ sneaks in enough power to take down that archer tower single-handedly. And with that, everything converges to the top to pick up the 3-star. My goodness, 1% away from the double perfect war. What the heck did we just witness? Rip the guy who 99'd. It hurts because we were talking about this. We were talking about the overall time factor here. If it came down to a perfect war, this would have been Penta's win. 1% separates Penta from actually getting the win in a double perfect war. This is exactly what I told you, that Penta was hungry for it. Just 1 small, minor error, 1 Grand Warden tower that did GK Tim dirty. And it is a win for ATN. Thanks so much for tuning in. I want to give a huge shout out to the 187 Cup. Now, this was through the 187 Cup. This is a German community league that they do from time to time. 187 being a clan family in Clash of Clans, and they host these events. This was a phenomenal one. Now, this was just the quarterfinals. This wasn't even the finals. This could have been the finals. It was so spectacular. So stay tuned. I will bring you some more from the finals so you can see a little bit more what happened if you didn't tune in. But you can also find the full video of this and of the wars over on my Twitch. Link is in the description below. Again, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. And until next time, this is LadyB. I'll catch you guys later.